Hey, everybody. No one's watching yet, right?
You might need to adjust your positioning, Sean.
What's going on? Nobody wants to see this.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Folks, it's April Fool's Day here in the United States of America. I found out today that apparently it's not a global phenomenon.
Oh, really?
Like, most people know about it, but there's certain parts of the world that kind of aren't, like, it's not as mainstream as it is here in the US. I've been cooking up my April Fool's joke for like a week.
That took a week?
Well, I had to set the stage. I had to ping my team and go, hey, what are we doing for April Fools? And then they had some crazy stuff. They're like, hey, actually, you know what? I'm going to read you some of these April Fools that we had. Because I go to my team, I'm like, hey, guys, April Fools is coming up. Are we planning on doing anything? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. We should do something. I'm like, okay, so what's in the docket? Like, what are we thinking? Because in the past, I quit Jira to go to ClickUp. And Ronnie actually purchased like the Monday.com guy.com or something like that. So we went out pretty hard.
It cost you money to do the
That's when you're committed to your April Fool's joke. So we just weren't sure of how grave or where we were gonna take it. But yeah, my buddies were like, let's do that. Rovo actually works.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't use Rovo in the Atlassian ecosystem, Rovo is Atlassian's version of Jupyter and Claude and Gemini. Except when you ask it to do something, it doesn't.
Hey, are we on the wrong channel?
We're on the right channel. Oh no, we went to release team. What are we doing on the release team one?
Yeah, we're on the wrong channel. Should we just stay on this channel as an April Fool's joke?
Folks, subscribe to our channel called DevOps Roundup. It is the right channel.
Yeah, this is our day job channel.
Red hat becomes blue hat. Blue fedora.
All right, are we going to start over on the right channel?
It's up to you. You want to go at least 5 minutes on this one?
Yeah, let's jump over to the other channel because I'm the only one viewing. So now we actually have two people viewing. We have two people, so we might as well stay. Let's stay on this channel.
All right.
And then we can cross.
First joke was Jira is busted. Okay. Or Rovo works now. Then I was told that might be poor taste.
Take it from the top. Hey, Frankie.
So then holy moly, that came out of nowhere. So then all of a sudden, there was a high profile Atlassian who got laid off last year. And the thing that we were going to start to say is like, hey, well, this guy, this high profile individual, he came up with Jira, but better. Like that was the product, Jira, but better. We're like, I don't know. And then we were like, hey, how about Atlassian renames their ticker from team to Robo? Still 4 letters. But that's how you know they're committed. There was another one.
All those were thrown out as possible pranks.
The other one was end of life on company managed spaces. And so I'm telling my team, like, guys, we can't do jokes that Atlassian is like releasing products when we're not Atlassian.
Well, why not? Yeah.
Next one. MCB is picked to replace Carlos Sainz because MCB actually joked about it at Team 26 Europe. We got some people here. So she broke with me. I miss her. She moved on in my heart and is a scar. And then I kissed and expecting that's her sister. I'm not sure that we want to be kissing sisters.
Yeah, why are you kissing your sister?
Okay. So
repeating himself over and over again. I think we're being spammed.
We are, but it also only helps the algorithm. So thank you.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Brooks Snow.
Yes. So then we went on to so let's keep thinking about this because I'm like, we can't be doing announcements for Atlassian. And so that's when we finally landed on the co-hosts of the Jira Life got fired.
Okay.
And replaced by Jupyter. And we call Jupyter, I've gotten my producer to call it Jupyter so well now that it is embedded into his DNA.
I fought it for a long time.
And then what happened?
I just went with the flow.
Oh, one of them was going to say that I had joined Atlassian as an employee.
Oh, but that would have been a good one.
But it felt a little sour because of the layoffs just happened. Like, I think if Atlassian hadn't done the layoffs, I would have totally done, I'm now part of Atlassian.
Yeah. Well, if you gave yourself a really good title, I think it would have been fine with the layoffs.
Chief Rovo Fixer-Upper. So, yeah. 3 of them are to announce fake features. Yeah. So, yeah. So that was kind of our Atlassian goals and or Atlassian related pranks.
And so you landed on you fired your producer.
No. We landed on that AI fired basically the cast of the team, except for my wife, who stayed on as producer, holding the bag. And then I had a post. So my buddy Josh, he's been asking me to maybe or maybe not help him join his podcast called the Atlassian Everything Podcast. So I'm like, what a great prank it would be for everybody, but mainly to see the reaction of my own team. To see what they would say if I actually left the Jira life to go over to the Atlassian Everything. But I didn't get the reaction that I was hoping for, and so maybe I won't leave.
Yeah, I didn't quite get all that detail from the post that I saw. I just what I got is you fired your producers.
Well, you must have seen the Jira Life post, but I made my own post.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Where I'm like, hey, well, now that I got fired, I might as well tell you where my next adventure is, and I'm going to Atlassian Everything.
I did see
that one. You did, yeah. So that was.
I did see that. I didn't see where AI took over your producer's spot.
That was because the Jira Life post was like a 1 or 2 lines embedded with like a press release, and so you had to read through the freaking press release.
No, I'm not reading a press release for April Fool's prank. And on that note, we lost half our audience. Oh, we're down to almost none now.
That was all your fault, buddy. That was all your fault. What happened to our spammer?
I think he got bored of us. He's probably spamming somebody else.
All right. Well, while we're here, we might as well just jump in and did you want to look at some of these other ones, or do we want to switch over to our official channel?
No. So my favorite prank that I've done of all times was something I did way back in the 90s when I was working for a large corporation outside of Boston. And we had a very naive and very fun to mess with intern. And we basically what we ended up doing is we're all in our office in the little cube farm, and someone called in. I picked up and made it sound like it was some sort of emergency staff calling us from a hospital, and that one of the coworkers that wasn't there that day was in the hospital and things were bad. And I'm like, oh, I got to go. I hang up and I leave. And I actually just go to another part of the building and hang out in this lab that we had. And 20 minutes later, I call and somebody else picks up. Oh my God, there's been another accident. We need to go. And so eventually she's the only one left in the office. And then we had a bunch of other managers call in to our staff, and she's the only one that can answer it. And they're all asking very detailed technical questions. The server's farm's down. What are we going to do? We need your team on this immediately. And she bought it, and we went almost all day with this. And unfortunately, we brought her to tears, although it was my favorite.
Oh man, that is so mean.
we went a little too far, and then we all came back in and took her out to dinner. But
I used to work on a team where we did a lot of pranks, and I'll call out a couple of my memorable ones. But one big one that we did was there was this one dude who he had his business cards on his desk. And so we walked around one evening and we put a business card in every manager's like office or cubicle or whatever, right? And so we went manager by manager across like 5 different buildings. And we found every open and unlocked door or cubicle that we knew belonged to a director or something. And we put the business card and put the question, "Are you hiring?" And of course, his business information is on there. So the next day, the poor guy's like fielding an army of calls and emails.
When did you key him in on this? You guys did it?
much later.
Much
After we all got some really good laughs. That was one of my favorites. We did another one where the interns, man, it wasn't an April Fool's joke, but the interns, you would piss me off because we had to have our badges with us at all times.
Okay.
And this one intern would just leave their badge unattended on their desk. And so I hid it from them one day.
Oh.
and I was not and I'm just watching in pure enjoyment as she's walking around the whole office, like frantically looking for this thing because you can't go anywhere without your badge, apparently. And she's just looking and looking and looking, and she could not for the life of her find this badge. And I'm just like laughing because I knew exactly where the badge was. And I'm like dropping little hints of like, I'm almost like also like steering her like cold on the path. I'm like, maybe you were out here, like farthest away from where you should possibly could have had her badge. But it was all just me personal pleasure of watching her suffer for like an hour without her badge.
So the April Fool's joke that was in the poorest taste and backfired tremendously on me was I had a coworker call my wife and pretend that he was the bank and they were foreclosing on the house.
Why would you do that?
I don't know where that thought came up, but I laughed my ass off on that. Yeah, I was probably in my mid-20s back then. And,
after you matured from coming back from a war.
Yeah, after I served in the military. Yeah, I'm assuming that a number of us put each other up to it. I don't know if my other coworkers did the same to their wives or girlfriends, but yeah, it didn't pan out well at all, and I got in trouble for that for a while.
My classic one was when we were in college. If you walked away from your computer, and this is going to lead to another very similar one, but if you walked away from your computer and you didn't lock your code, we would go into the comments. So it wasn't even in your code, but we would add comments that were very inappropriate for an 18, 19-year-old to be reading. And of course, back then you'd have to print out your source code to turn it in, and your teacher read every line of code. And when you have 50 pages of code and thousands of lines of code, you ain't gonna catch every comment with very perverse comments.
Oh no.
So that was college. And then back to the team with the guy that we convinced a bunch of managers that he was looking for a job. If you ever walked away from your computer, you'd invite the whole office to lunch. And we'd send out an email from his email bank like, hey guys, lunch is on me. Meet up in the plaza at 11:55.
Yeah, my kids have posted things on Facebook when I was not watching my computer at home. And you typically don't think you need to lock your home computer.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about having a little bit of fun in the office. I think as in the DevOps world, things can get tense, right?
Yeah, too many people are too serious. Yeah, and you probably should be.
You gotta have a little fun. I think there's an article here on Stack of best April Fool's jokes in DevOps. You want to look at that real quick?
Sure.
Is there anything good?
Yeah, we've lost our audience already, so
they'll come back. They shall come back. They like this stuff. Okay, so
maybe we're on the right channel.
Yeah. Well, forced a habit because I kept jumping into the other channel for the whole week.
You were live streaming on this channel earlier today, yeah.
And the whole week. So
we got some people back.
Yeah, right. So Stack Overflow, they released a special edition keyboard that has every single key you need to code, and it was just a copy and paste function. Let me see if they have a picture for this.
Small keyboard.
I know. Well, I mean, or maybe it's just a ginormous keyboard that has 2 keys on it or 3 keys. Copy, control, paste. This is age restricted. You need to be over 18. Oh. Not bueno. All right, we'll have to circle back. The team over at Gremlin announced a new chaos engineering attacks to deal with virtual meeting fatigue. Shut down and shorten meetings, have Google Meet links randomly inserted into your calendar invites, and even create fake meetings in your calendar so that you actually have time to get work done. I love this joke because it makes the good point that Gremlin has been making all along. Introducing failure points up front actually makes you resilient in the long run. I don't know that I saw that one. Bridge Crew, with the rise of DevSecOps, Bridge Crew has been at the front lines of shifting security left with their open source tool called Checkoff. Last month, they announced the VS Code extension that helps developers identify misconfigurations in infrastructure as a code right within the IDE. For April Fools, they shifted the security from further left, scanning developers' thoughts for security concerns. Sounds like something AI would be able to do.
I thought this was going to be a Star Trek joke. Nuclear vessels.
Yeah, that was. I don't see anything else that was exciting, but we should probably call it here. We're 15 minutes in. I think we lost everybody. So
We've lost everybody. Yeah.
folks, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and we'll be back next year with even more April Fools for you.